Good morning, everyone. We're Thursday, March 4th, and I think my video popped up really quickly. I think I caught it on the notification. Oops, I thought I turned that down. Okay. Awesome. I am here, and oh, whoops. I hit the wrong button on my thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna get myself situated, have a little sip of coffee. Welcome. Today I'm gonna do my March workshop. So when you get here, say hello if you're live, do hashtag replay if you're watching later on Facebook or on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post a new video, which is generally every week. I haven't really had time to throw in too many extras, but I appreciate the support. Hi, Vicky. And I have to make myself a note because I was trying to tag Molly last week. She won the extra stamp set that I had. Let me just write it down here in big green letters, or big green post-it, so we can all see it. And then when she gets here, we can say, what's that about? All right. So yeah, today, March workshop. I feel flustered. I was all prepared. Okay, mail first. Let's do mail. Because I got some good pieces this week. So back in December, hi Linda. Back in December, I'm part of a group that, like this slimline card obsessed group, and it's basically just people making slimline cards for like any occasion really. But then there's a lot of advertisements for dies and, oh thank you Linda, dies and papers, like they have special papers now for slimlines. But anyway, so in December we did a swap, a Christmas card swap, slimline swap, and I got paired up with somebody over in the UK. And guess I just got it in the mail. So it's kind of been a running joke, like, you know, when is this card ever going to show up? I sent her the one here from Maryland. She got it in like a week. Hey, Darlene. She got her card for me in like a week. And this one, I mean, it was postmarked, I don't want to show all her information here. It was like the middle of December. I can't remember where. Oh, the 15th, exactly. I'm just going to throw that out now. December 15th, and I just got it on March 3rd. So this wins the prize for the longest piece of mail for me. Anyway, let me, feels like my thing went crooked. But I love it. Oh, and she included like some die cuts, these little snowflake die cuts that I don't even know what she made this of, but some of them are vellum and some of them are, there's like glitter something on it. It looks like a thicker coated cardstock of some kind. I don't know, but these dies are very delicate. Like, look at all that. It's just crazy. So I'm thankful I got it, and I had to laugh because I posted to her and I was like, you're never going to believe what finally showed up. But look at her blending, like all this blending and her splatter. I'm very envious of her splatter game. It is strong. So I love that swap. Hi, Marvick. So then the other swaps I got were with this chicken set, you know, the chicken bundles that we can get. This one is from Hey Chick. This was the set that was a celebration set in 2017, and they brought it back with these dies. So I love the 3 colors, and then this is a Z fold. And then look at one of these. This is one of those wobbly, springy things, and the girl that made it, she said she found them on Amazon. She sent me the link. I think that's going to be something fun to play with. I'm going to look into getting some of these. I think she called them wobblers or something. But I love that. And then I got another swap using the cactus. There's a cactus product medley in the catalog, and it's like papers, and there's some felt flowers and different bits, and a stamp set that matches. But I don't really have any of that cactus stuff, so I like this. I like the papers. I like having that. Then my last bit of mail, and then we'll get into stamping. I won, this is from Diane Marie, a friend of mine, stamping, that we just met on a different group, and oops, that's stuck to me. I had shared her video and commented, and she has a little contest every week. And like if you share it or comment, you get like extra drawings or something. And then she sent me this, so let's open it. This is a surprise for me too, so thank you, Diane. I can tell already I'm loving it. Oh, nice. Let me make sure I didn't get any extras. Okay, so I like the strip of designer paper there. And it looks like, Diane, you are too generous. A pack of rhinestones, red ones. And this is a really good time because I'm down to I only have a couple left. So, hi, Cindy. So thank you, Diane. I thought you were going to send me just a card. Thank you for sharing my video, watching. I love it. So this is the spring, this is flowers embossing folder, and then she punched the daisies, and I love these gilded gems. Those are my favorite accessory right now. And this is, she used the new mini messages from the mini catalog. So I am really thankful. Diane, thank you. That is very sweet. Okay, so we did mail call. Let's talk about workshop. So March's workshop, still doing a freebie gift with a $50 order. This month it's going to be the Misty Moonlight ribbon. I actually only ended up using this on one of the cards today, just because I forgot on the first 3. But I chose this months ago because this to me is a neutral ribbon. It kind of reminds me of the denim ribbon, but it's not as expensive, and it's like a light wash denim. So I like this for just using it as a neutral, like your blue jeans. Jeans go with everything, and I think this ribbon's going to work the same way. So Misty Moonlight ribbon. This is one of the current in colors, and I like it. I think you will too. So that's our freebie, and this is our new Hostess code. Let me have a sip of coffee. Okay, so today's workshop, I am focused on these well-suited dies. Let me find them in the catalog. I like that they have this stuff in these pages in the catalog because I can go right to it. So, Handsomely Suited, page 67. So let's go to page 67. Oops, I passed it. Here we go. So when I saw this, I am not real interested. Hey, Linda, I'm not real interested in the stamp set per se because it's just not my thing. It doesn't do anything for me. But I love these papers because they will make a great scrapbook, mini pages, mini albums, all kinds of cards. This will be generic. I will use this year round for just cards anyway for people. But what turned me onto the dies was I saw a sample with one of those fun Christmas suits where it had Christmas paper and the red foil lapel, and I thought, oh my god, I can totally make suits for any occasion. And so that's why I only got the dies. I did not get the stamp set. And I mean, you could do whatever, but you can do so much with just the dies. And so that's what today's workshop is going to focus on, is just the dies. So I've got mine in a couple of, I'm using my magnetic sheets, but mostly I'm using these pieces, the V and the lapel, the pocket. Oh, you know what? I think this goes with the stitched nested labels. But the tie, the long tie, and then I actually use this piece. This can be for suspenders or like the front of a shirt. Yeah, Marvick, if you like the stamp set, I mean, it's a good thing, but I just like the ability to create cards with just the dies. So, and you'll see it. We're going to get into it. So let's get to the first one. All right. So I've got I'm actually using gray granite shimmer ribbon on the first one. And just for everybody that's here, if Molly gets here and says hello, I have to make sure I pay attention to that because I'm trying to reach her. She won the drawing for that stamp set I was giving away last week, and I need to get that to her. Okay, so first card is this little suit card, and so I made these, and then I just looked in the catalog last night just to check the page, and then I realized like that I had really gone pretty close to what's in the catalog, and that wasn't planned. Like, I haven't looked at that catalog page in months, so I just thought that was funny. But so what I've got here is, this is a top fold card, which I don't usually do, but I thought it was appropriate for this. And I use the gray stripes piece, and you could use the back if you want, but then I made them separate, so I added the lapel in a different color. So this is the basic gray, and I think I'm gonna have to trim this down because I did not, or no, I'll put it right up here. This was my first time using the dies, so I didn't really have placement good, but anyway, so tie, and then we've got, this is the shirt part. We're gonna pop that up, a pocket, and then I have extra bits. Yes, Marvick, yep, you can go to, you can order from my blog. There's a link, but you can go right here. This is ToniStamps.stampinup.net, and then you just make sure you use this code, and then you'll get you're gonna get the packet, the make and take packet, which is gonna be all these pieces die cut and packaged up for you, and the roll of this Misty Moonlight ribbon. That's this month's deal. Okay, so let's get to putting this together. Thick white cardstock for the base. I always use that. I always use the thick stuff if you're using white or vanilla as a card base. It's, you know, like 110, or actually I don't know what the poundage is on the new ones. The new basic white seems a little thinner than what we're used to, and that does not make me happy. But what I have and what's going to go in your make and take kits is the Whisper White, which is the really thick stuff. Okay, so actually I need to switch all this around. Let's put this here. What I started with was taping this part down first, and I'm just using regular tape, and I may have to trim the top off. Now I'm not going to put tape around here, the end, because I want to slide my tie in, but I do want to get it enough. All right, so here's the top of our card, and this is the top of our jacket, whatever. So I butt them up at the bottom, like match up the bottom edges, and then concentrate. This actually goes pretty well, even if you use glue, like the liquid glue. That gives you a little bit more time to wiggle around. All right, now see, I got to trim this little bitty extra off. All right, now this one I think is 4 1/4, like a regular. Yeah, this is a regular card front size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. When I get to the third cards, well, second, third, and fourth, I realized that by making this 4 1/4 inches wide, I'm only going to get 4 of these out of each 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I need to get 6. So the next cards are going to be smaller. They're going to be 4 inches wide by 5 1/2, and you'll never notice. They fit in the same envelope. All right, so now let's go. I put the collar on. I guess this is a shirt collar, and I figured out it can go either way. I think this way would be more for maybe a women's shirt, but this way we'll go with the typical like work shirt. So I pop this up, And there's really no, I didn't do any stamping on these until I get to the last card. And then there was just a teeny little bit, just because I like these die cuts. All right, now I'm going to turn this upside down so that I can see what I'm doing. So I don't know if it's supposed to go like, see how it sits at an angle a little bit? I don't know if it's supposed to be straight or if the slight angle is, that's how it goes. So I'm just going to leave it there. All right, and then I added the tie. And like I said, I want to slip this in so that it fits right in the jacket. And I'm going to butt the top part of the tie right up under the that collar, like in the middle. This is hard for me to do. I might have to do it sideways. Oops. Okay. It's just tricky for me to get it positioned. I think that's straightish enough. Okay, going for it. And then I cut a bunch of these extra because I was going to use them as like the tuck-ins, but then I decided I'm just going to use the ribbon. So this top part of the tie, and we don't really do ties around here, so I don't know what this is called, but just that top part that you tug it and make it tighter, size it right. That I did want to get under this collar too, because I don't think it lives on top like that, right? I think it lives under the collar. So again, let me just turn it sideways a little so I can get my hand in there. I like it. All right, and then we just have to add the pocket and this part, the lapel. And again, I used dimensionals on that. I think I may have used black ones. Yep. So this one, I've got the mini black ones. Since this cardstock is a little darker, they just blend in a little bit better. I've seen people use like foam tape. Like, oh, I got some of this online. They've used some of this, and then they'll just color the sides with the black Sharpie if they don't have black pop-ups. So you can make whatever you have work. And I find I'm trying to use up these little ones just because I like the bigger size better. But these black ones come as a mixed bag, so you get like half small ones, half regular size. Sorry, I need that. Okay, now peel off all the paper. And again, I'm probably gonna have to turn this card upside down just because it's easier for me to work on. I think it has to do with, this is staticky, with seeing. Like, since I can't really hang my head over this because it'll be in the camera way, I need to see this end, so it's easier to flip it and bring it closer to me. All right, now, I don't want to, if I went all the way to the, oh, that'll go. Like, I was going to say, if I go all the way to the tippy top, there may be a gap down there, but that fits perfectly. Okay. And I don't want this to just like hang out like floppy, so I'm going to put just a teeny, like little wee drop of glue. And of course that was too much, not in the right spot. So let's move that. All right, and then I'm just going to hold it there for, I mean, this only takes just a few seconds. Oop, and I can grab up all these dimensional bits. So I like the colors too, Cindy. This wasn't I like the colors in all this pack though. It's like the blues and the grays, basic gray, and some of the red thrown in, and Pacific Point. I like that. Oh, let me get a rhinestone. So I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a little rhinestone as the tie tack. So let's put that on. And I gotta clean my little thing. I'm getting a little bit of glue boogers. Okay, so a little rhinestone for that. And you could make a fun little tie tack. You know, like if you're giving it to somebody and they have a special one that you could recreate, that would be neat. Okay, so for now for the pocket, see how I've got like 2 little swoops of the ribbon. So what I did was I took a piece about like that, and that's what you'll get in your make and take kit, is something about that size. So you can do whatever you want with it. So I fold it in half and then like kind of offset it and then fold it in half again. So then I get like the 2 loops there, and I'm just going to take a stapler and I'm going to staple these ends together. My little mini stapler. I did it twice. Why not? This is going to get covered up. But whatever stapler you have, if you have a regular one or a little one, doesn't matter because it's going to get covered up. All right, now glue dots. Let me flip my thing around. Glue dots work really well to hold this ribbon down on the cardstock. And it doesn't matter which side because it's going to get covered up. So let's do 1 and 2. And I'm pressing it down on the glue dot and then pulling it up. There is a right side and a wrong side to the die, and you'll see it. There's more stitching on one side. So we want to put this on the back side. And you're just going to eyeball it to see how far down you want it to go. I'm good with that. And then more of these little black dimensionals, like all around, just so it's a consistent height throughout. Okay, and then we're going to peel them up. Now you may notice there is no greeting on this. I actually didn't put a greeting on any of them really until the last one. And the reason for that is I like it just by itself. I just like the look of this. But I figured you could just you could add whatever you want. This could be congratulations, or, you know, happy birthday, or happy promotion, or whatever. But I was thinking you could just add a little something maybe in white cardstock or the gray, but something over here, whatever you want. But I like that. Oops, and you see how that's, can you see this little sliver? That means I didn't cut something perfectly. So I'm just gonna trim that up. There we go, get rid of that. And I like it. Now I don't know who I will give these to, but I like looking at them. So, all right, so that is our first card. And then before we get on to the second one, I just want to remind everybody, the Butterfly Bouquet, this went available to everyone on the 2nd. So this is a stamp set. This is like a, what do you call it? Like a background size stamp set. Butterfly Brilliance stamp. It's a 1-piece, and then all these dies that match. So there's one die that cuts all those butterflies out, and then there's all these other little extra pieces, which I haven't really done much with yet, and then these outline images that are like more detailed. I love it. These 2 items are an early release, so they're going to be in the catalog, the catalog that's coming out in May. The papers, this 6x6 butterfly bijou and this natural birch color wood paper, natural touch specialty paper, these are while supplies last only. So if you don't want anything, if you don't want this whole bundle, this collection suite, whatever, right now, you could wait to get these, but the papers you don't want to wait too long on because they will disappear. So just keep that in mind. This is, that started March 2nd and it'll go till May 3rd. But realistically, that's because these pieces are only available till May 3rd or until they run out. So keep that in mind. Okay, next card. So with this one, I was going for, I wanted something like a sweater. And I was thinking, my mom loves purple. And this paper made me think of like a sweater. Well, I cut this wrong. I didn't want this to be a suit per se. I wanted it to just be more of a shirt look. And I just did the whole thing wrong. So I just have to go with it. But this is what I mean by one of those crazy suits. This is what made me like this die, because I saw this in Christmas papers. And then this was like red or green. And then I thought, well, how cool is that going to be for like St. Patrick's Day or something, you know? So we are going with it. And this one I'm using a gorgeous Grape card base. And that's because I wanted this shirt piece to show through. I didn't want to have to like put another layer on. And this is one that is 4 inches. Yep. 4 by 5.5. So this is still going to fit in a medium envelope. But that means I can get 6 of these pieces out of each 12 by 12. And you know, in the pack, in the 12 by 12 pack, this is the Artistry Blooms or Artistry something or other. I can't remember now. But you only get 2 pieces of each pattern. So that's why I kind of want to make sure I have enough of that. All right, now this time we're adding some little buttons, and that is from the dies. Let me bring those back in again. That is this piece right here. So it punches out 6 buttons with the little thread marks. I mean, that's pretty cool. So we've got our card base and our buttons, which I want to make sure they're right. It's hard for me to tell which side the pattern is. And did I lose some? Nope, here's one. Oh, this can be frustrating, trying to keep all the little bits and pieces together. Okay, let's keep these down here. So for this one, I started with, I'm doing the lapel is not raised, so I may have started with that one first. So let's just do that. Oh, nope, duh. We have to have the paper down first. Always. Jeez. And this time I made it go like down even further. So that's going to have to go like that. Yep. But again, I don't want to put tape around here because I want to slide, this is the shirt, like the button up area. I want to be able to slide that in too. So let's just do the tape around the bottom, up the sides, and a little bit there. So I'm leaving this area with not a lot of tape. And again, let me just do it from the bottom this time. Bottom or top, doesn't matter. Just, I like to butt these pieces on the ground or the table because then it keeps it nice and flat here. It does look like pants upside down, Cindy. And I saw someone else made a card that may have been like a pull card, like where you pull something down, but it was like a shirt up top, and then you're right, like the pants came down from the card, and I didn't really look at the details to see how they did it, but it looked really cool. All right, now actually I'm going to put this in next, our lapel piece. And I do know I want it to, see how it doesn't quite go up there because we want it to meet the collar. So whenever I get it in place, I'm going to cut the tippy top off. Oops, and I got a little booger piece there. Let me grab something. Glue booger. Okay. All right, a little bit of glue, and glue is going to let me move things around a little bit more. So I'm just going to lift this up so I can slide that in. Oops, and I can tell I already got glue where I didn't want to. But that's fine. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to trim it just by hand. Right there. And if I have to go back and cut that some more, I will. You can see I got a little bit of glue there. So let's just rub that off and throw that out. Now I can add the collar, and I did not glue this one. I didn't pop this one up either. So let's just glue this down flat. Getting a little crazy with the glue today. Okay. Now the little buttons. So I don't know if you can see here, but I put the buttons on, and then I went back with the silver metallic little pearls, just as like, you know, pearl and sometimes you see buttons that are like that they're raised up and they've got like fake pearls on them. I'm not going to do that with this one that I'm making because it just didn't, I wasn't like sold on it. So we're just going to glue down, actually I'm going to use glue dots because these are hard to pick up anyway. All right, so I'm going to put a glue dot, and the glue dot seems to fit right on the button. And I need to pry it up. There we go. All right, so then we'll just put these buttons down. And I do like the tone on tone. So like, think of these as covered buttons, you know, or the, you know, buttons that are the same color. And one more. I think I'm only gonna have room for 4 buttons because I didn't put them like so close, but that's okay. You're gonna get 6 buttons because that's what it cuts out. Let me rip this off. And one more. Yeah, I'm liking it already without the extra pearls. And this really could go either for anybody. It doesn't have to be like a sweater. This could be a suit too still. So I like it. I do like it. It seems like it needs something without the pearls, but I like it just as is. I don't want to add any pockets to this because like I said, this reminded me of a sweater really. But so that is number 2. I love these colors, the gorgeous grape. And oh, actually I have a white piece. So your kit's gonna have a white piece for the inside. I don't know where I put those because I like to write, you know, when you have a dark or a colored card base, I like to have something either white or vanilla to write on the inside. So that is number 2. I love it. And then before we get to number 3, so reminder, so my friend Sue and, oh, wait a minute. I'm seeing, I didn't put this on. Duh. I think it could go without it. Now that I'm looking at it, like it looks more of a sweater like that. You know what? So I'm going to leave this off. Your kit will still have it. You could do whatever you want with it, but all right, I'm leaving it like that. It looks more like a sweater. Okay. Back to announcements. So as you know, well, maybe you don't, but so my friends Gail and Sue, we started a collaboration to do bigger scale online classes. And our first one is out there, but we've got a new page, and I would like everybody, if you could follow it. We are called Stamping Good Times, because that's what we have when we're together, Stamping Good Times. But we've got our first event, and it is a mega camp. So it is 3 full classes, and we're going to do those by live videos, using 3 different sets. The Garden Wishes, Friends are like Seashells, and the Art Floral Gallery bundle. But those will be easily substituted. But go like this page, and then there is the event. The event has all of the information in the description of the event, and you know, like prices, and then it's got a form. So there's a Google Docs form that will send all your information. So just fill that out, and then we can get invoices sent out. We're going to try to do that next week because the RSVP date is the 14th. It is kind of a quick turnaround. But we really wanted to get this class out before the new catalog came out. And this is our first go at it. So, yeah, it's a great collaboration. So we're each designing for, you know, the different classes, and then we're going to do presentations throughout the day. So it'll be like a 12-hour thing. We'll have like a class that could take you know, 90 minutes or so, then a little break, then a demonstration of something for, you know, 20 minutes or so, then another break, then another 2-hour, 90-minute to 2-hour class, and, you know, all that through the day. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We are so looking forward to it. We had a lot of fun, you know, discussing it, making the plans. Like, it's been a lot of work, but we love it, and we'd love to have you join us. So check that out, because that RSVP date is coming up. All right, card number 3, and I am loving this one also. I mean, I love all these. And again, I think it's because of the papers, because the papers are so great. But this one, this reminds me of just like one of those seersucker shirts. Here we go. I remember the white on the inside. But the, you know, like the checkered shirt that all of our dads and brothers had. And this time I paired it with these iridescent pearls for the buttons, because I like them. I mean, I'm glad they carried these over from the, it was part of the Halloween suite, but I knew right off, they're not just for Halloween. So this time we're going to we're going to add the designer paper and just the collar, and then this little seam. So there's none of this. So this is just a shirt. And then we'll add our pocket there. And this is a Pacific Point card base. And I like this. So you could pick, you know, you could have it Night of Navy base, basic gray, Pacific Point. I just really love this. And again, I didn't put a greeting on it, but you could put a little something down here, like, you know, a little happy birthday or thinking of you, or, you know, whatever you want to say. So, card base, Pacific Point. And again, this is the 4-inch wide so that I can get the most out of that. So this is a 4 by 5.5 inch card. So I really only cut a 1/4 inch off the width, you know, just a smidge. No one will notice. The white for the inside, let's go ahead and put that on, since I forgot it for the purple one. And that felt like that went a little crooked. Let me just peel that up real quick. Okay, again, shoo. All right, put that there. So this time, why didn't I cut this? Maybe I cut this by hand. Yeah, because I can't do this on camera. Let me see, I cut all my collars. I cut a bunch of extra collars. So I've got one pocket, one of the shirt fronts, and then I've got extras already, and then the collars. Okay, so that's all I need. I gotta put this away where I won't lose it. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay. I am gonna cut this one by hand just because my big shot is not handy, and this is not gonna fit through the small machine. So this one, we only want this little V cut at the top here. Okay. Now, obviously you can just cut this by hand, but if you didn't want to, if you were going to use your big shot, I just want to make sure you don't get this die rucked up in your machine. So say this is your big shot, your plates, your platform, your cut plate. Then you would have your paper, and you would have the die, like, you know, maybe down here. So typically I would put stuff in the middle of my thing and put my cut plate, you know, my other one down here. Your big shot, you don't want to run that in this side first, because you just don't want to risk it getting like caught up in the rollers. So I would run it this way first. So this is coming in on the tail end. So just be cognizant of these dies hanging off. Now what you could do is scoot your paper down, and so the die is completely on the platform, and then I would just put a little piece of Post-it note or something down. That would be better, but some people have a hard time like seeing it spatially and figuring out like, oh, how far down do I have to go if it's hanging off? So whatever you do, just work it out to, you don't want this to damage, you know, to hang off and damage your machine, because, you know, this could break. and it could break your machine really. So with that being said, I'm just going to cut mine by hand since I did not cut it ahead of time. And what I'm going to do is tape this. I'm going to work on this part first, and then I'm going to tape it to the card base. So I want to start with our shirt, like the button-up area, and I'm eyeballing the middle, and I'm just gonna go like right here. The good thing is with this plaid, like I can eyeball it to keep it straight, assuming everything was cut straight. So I'm just gonna hold this here for a minute and make sure my comments are scrolling up. All right, and then I'm gonna cut this off. That doesn't look straight already. It is off to the side, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's okay. All right, and then our collar. So this time I want the collar to be all the way up at the very edges. And I'm just going to eyeball to see I'm cutting here and here. And if I need to cut a little bit more, whoops, let's get that little piece out of there. Oh, that had glue on it, which is now on my finger. Good times. Okay. Perfect. So I trimmed that off just right. A little bit of glue. Man, another little boogery thing. What is up with that? So I got one of these, the glue holders that is really stuck to myself. I got one of these and I like it. I mean, I like the color, but I don't like it in actual use because I don't like leaving my glue down with no cap, because then you really get a bunch of boogers. So, I mean, it's a great product for if you like it. It just didn't work out in real life like I expected. Like actual using it didn't quite work out. All right, so I've got my collar on, holding that down for a minute, and I'm just going to glue this on. Now you could leave this pocket, like you could only tape it around 3 sides so that you could tuck something in the top. That's up to you. Now I am setting this, like offsetting it. I don't want the pocket to line up with any of the other plaids because I don't want it to just blend right in. So I do want it to be different, because then you actually see it. Because I tell you, this plaid, it gets a little crazy on the eyeballs. All right, that's good. And then I'm going to glue this one. A little bit down there. And again, just butting the edges up. All right. And I'm just going to hold it down. So I really like this plaid shirt. I love the idea of it. And then the blue poking out, this could be like, you know, a t-shirt that they're wearing underneath or whatever. Nice. I feel like there was a little bit of glue somewhere. Yep, there is. I really gotta rub that off because that's gonna stick. Actually, you know what? I need my glue, this thing, the glue eraser, which these things are still like all-time great tool. And I don't even know if you can find these anymore. But they really like scoop up all your adhesives. All right, now I have to ask, has anybody noticed if Molly's online? Because I was not able to tag her either. I guess it doesn't let me tag her because we're not friends. That's what we have found out with our new page and trying to create an event and all. So if she pops on, that's what this note's for, because she won the stamp set from last week. So I have to get that to her. All right, back to this. Now we are let's add our Iridescent Pearls. Now I am going to include 6 pearls in your kit. So what I'm going to do is cut, like, see how I've got a row of 6 here? So I'm just going to cut this plastic so they're all stuck together, and then put that in your kit. So you have these, because I don't know, you know, if everybody has them or not, and these are way too cool. All right, so let's go 1, and let's go. How did I do these evenly? Maybe 3. Oops, that doesn't want to. This way. No, here. 1 more there. I'm trying to keep these straight-ish. And I can tell I already didn't space them out quite right. So sometimes you can pick these back up and move them, like if you haven't pushed them down onto your paper, like totally stuck them on. Okay, I think this is better spacing, because I want 6 of these to all fit. Here we go. Nice. Okay, I like that. Put these back away. So again, yeah, I just like these iridescent pearls. I think they look good. You can really tell that's off, can't you? Disappointing. You've been having a hard time finding the glue eraser, Cindy? Yeah, you know, they quit selling these. At least Stampin' Up! Did a bunch of years ago. But it seems like maybe I've seen them in something, maybe like scrapbook.com or Simon Says Stamp. I know I've seen them somewhere. And this one I just found in, like, when I was cleaning stuff out. It's kind of hard, but it still works. Okay, so number 3, and I love it, except that one's a little wonky, but that's okay. Now number 4, this is actually using some celebration papers that I still have, but I wanted something fun, like a fun print, and the animal papers would have been perfect, but I don't have those. And this is where I'm using the Misty Moonlight ribbon that you're going to get. So I wanted something, a scrub. So, you know, I think it's pretty safe to say we all know at least one nurse or doctor or something, whether they're a friend or in our family or just, you know, a favorite one from our doctor's office. So I'm going to do, this is both sides of the paper. So the second one I'm going to do this way. All right, and you could really get crazy with a lot of fun with this, making scrubs, because you know they make scrubs in like any print, any pattern you want. So again, starting with a thick white card base, and there's no collar or anything, so it's just, you know, cut the V out, and you could really do that by hand too. And I just realized now that's not straight. Maybe I have to start measuring more, like using a ruler when I try to get stuff like in the middle. Okay. Oh, you know what? Nope. I'm not going to attach that because I have to put the ribbon on first. Now I've seen people cut these, the stethoscopes out of cardstock, but I wanted to use the ribbon. So I just like started it here on the back, and then I'm going to add, I'm actually going to put ribbon directly on, glue, tape directly on the ribbon. Because notice how it curves a little bit. More tape. So that was, I'm just like placing it by hand kind of at an angle. Okay? Like that. Good enough. And then I'm going to cut that. And the end we're going to cover up with the this circle. So, oops, look at that. I forgot I had tape on that. Classic. Ugh. Alright, I better put this down before I do that again. So again, let me do it upside down. So I'm just butting the edges up and then folding up. Alright. All right, now this is nice and secured down there, our little stethoscope ribbon. But I've seen people cut it out of black cardstock or whatever. Hey, Rose. Yeah, I love the scrubs. I wish I had more fun patterns. Like I was saying, the dog print would have worked nice. All right, so I've got this little circle is, I want to say, this is 1 1/4 inch. Okay. This was silver, like old brushed silver paper that I had. You could use silver foil, you know, whatever. But we're going to put that there. And then our pockets are going to get glued on. So you're going to get a little piece of white to stamp on. So I want to stamp the heart. And this is from, I want to say, Meant to Be. Oh, here we go. So Loyal Leaves, I'm using the Thank You from Loyal Leaves, and then Meant to Be, I'm using the heart. So Meant to Be, not just for Valentine's or anniversaries. All right, we're going to go with Night of Navy, and my pads are still real juicy because I just re-inked them all a couple weeks ago. And then the Thank You, I'm cutting this by hand. So I'm just going to put this right down here. That is super juicy. I'm going to have to let that sit and dry up for a minute. So if you had little letters, you could spell out their name to put on the pocket, or if you had a tiny little happy birthday, you could do that. I'm cleaning up some of this stuff so that I can clean my stamps. But any little thing that you could fit there. And I mean, you could really cover the whole pocket if you want. It's up to you. It's just the general principle of this card is pretty paper for the scrub part, pockets, and the stethoscope. All right. Yeah, I really want this blue ink to dry before I pick it up to cut it, to hand cut it. So that's why I normally wouldn't just spend all this time cleaning. Yeah, Rose, laughing on the tape. That's like the story of my life sometimes, isn't it? Too funny. All right, let's put this away. And again, I know I've said this before, but it's worth saying again. When I store my stamps, I try to have the stamp in the same place in the case that it is on the cover. So I just know where to go for it when I open it. So like Meant to Be. So that should be right here. Then the hearts, you know, all down here. Although I guess I did have to do some finagling because I wanted to save these pieces. Just a thought. All right, so I need a 1-inch circle punch for this heart piece because that's going to layer on our 1 1/4 silver. And this heart barely fits in here. And you know, you could have punched out like just a circle of white and then stamped the heart and hand cut the heart and popped it up. That would be interesting too. But we're just going to pop up this whole bit and put it right there. All right, and I do need the scissors again. So like I said, I'm hand cutting and I am trying to get as close to those words as I can, just because I know that's what's going to fit on the pocket. Teeny tiny. All right, let's take this pocket and I'm going to double check. Yep, that fits right across there. And I actually use just a little, like, teeny little layer of glue. And then put this on. And then while I'm going to hold that there for a minute, I'm going to look up and check the comments. What else did I want to tell you while I'm holding this? Oh, Paper Pumpkin next month. Where did my flyer go? Next month's Paper Pumpkin that you want to sign up by March 10th. We're going to get 4 stencils, and I've found out these are 4x4, 4 stencils and a stamping sponge in the kit. So that's like their little freebie because it's their birthday. I think I've been with Paper Pumpkin since 2012. And I think that's when they started it. I may have been just like a month or two behind from when they first brought it out. But it's been a long time. But so every year when it's like the birthday, they have a little freebie, little extra freebie for us. And I think that's what this is. So I'm looking forward to this. We're going to be able to do some different techniques with this. So sign up, sign up by March 10th to get the March kit. All right, now we are ready to glue our pockets on. And then we will pop up our stethoscope. And then this card is finished. All right, we're going to hold that down. And I'm just eyeballing. I'm hoping these pockets are level and the same. So yeah, I put thank you, but you could do happy birthday or thinking of you, whatever you want to do. All right, so let's add, I really like the flowers on this. Let's add 3 dimensionals. And bam, there we go. So that is our 4th card. And we used, again, the white thick base. So you're going to get all the cardstock, pieces and parts, everything cut up. And I will try to pay attention and make sure yours are cut so that they're in the center, so you don't have anything wonky like mine. So that's our workshop. I was trying to think. Oh, one more date. Okay. So, the retired list is coming out a whole extra month early this year because of the catalog dates are different. They're changing the dates this year. The retired list is going to be out March 24th, and I will share that as soon as I get a copy of it. I will probably post that to my group, Toni Stamping and Sharing group, because that's where I can add files. I can't add files to my page, and that's just the way it works. So I will post that. If there's a link, I will make the link available. Retired list. The most important thing about the retired list is the colors, the in colors that are going out, which is the Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, Terracotta Tile. What are the other ones? Rococo Rose and Seaside Spray. Those ink pads, re-inkers, markers, cardstock, those seem to go the quickest because they're all while supplies last. And especially with the re-inkers, if you've got the ink pad and you want to have it juicy for a while, those seem to be the first to go. So that list will be out March 24th. And everything other than stamps will be while supplies last. I think eventually they cut off the stamps because Stampin' Up! Makes all their stamps. So there will be a point at sometime in April where they will tell us we're not making any more stamps. So if they run out, they run out. So just be on the lookout for that. And let's bring back the rest of the cards. So again, March workshop, you're going to get the Make and Take kit, which is all the pieces to make these 4 cards. Let's put these over here. And we'll use the good one that is not wonky. And then we'll put both of these in since they look a little different with the collar and without. And then our suit tie. So that's my March workshop. And I hope you enjoyed it. And again, use the Hostess code and you're going to get the Misty Moonlight ribbon. And I will do more with this this month. I had different plans for this that used more of the ribbon, and plans change. That's just how it goes. So, all right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending this hour with me. And I will catch you next week. And in the meantime, don't forget to check out our Stampin' Good Times page. Follow it. Check out our event. We would love to have you join us. It's going to be fun. We've enjoyed working, developing the projects. And it's just a fun collaboration with me and my friends. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.